I'm Michelle Lightworker. After over 20 years in the holistic and spiritual development industry, I'm sniffing out who's promoting high vibes all over the globe. We want to show you where you can find high vibes anytime, anywhere, every day. It's Michelle Lightworker here, and welcome to another episode of High Vibe Hunter. I'm extraordinarily happy to have my beautiful friend Sheehan from Millennium Education here joining us today. Welcome, Jean.
Thank you.
Jean's actually an incredible medical intuitive and author, and she's incredibly passionate about inspiring people to shine their brilliance, and an avid heart glass wearer, which you probably could tell by now because we've been dancing around them in the intro. So I'm very excited to have you here today.
Thank you so much, Michelle. It's a real honour,
And we're going to learn today, we're going to learn a lot about how to do medical intuition and what it is, what it actually helps us to achieve in our life, and also not only that, but the difference between medical intuition as a fixing to medical intuition to help us to shine our brilliance and step into wholeness.
That's so true.
Yes.
Imagine if your body could speak. It does. My name's Sheehan, and I'm a medical intuitive. I have the ability to see the anatomy and physiology inside your body. And what's it saying? Well, you see, I integrate my nursing, pathology and autopsy background with my insight of seeing inside your body. And inside I see the physical, chemical, emotional, spiritual and mental aspects why a human body is at ease. And you know what? Anything is possible. When we have integrative care, the body can shine as it was born to do. So being born with the gift of being able to see inside the body, I went into nursing to understand what the body was saying. I extended that into pathology, where you collect blood and go to the laboratory, and then I extended it into autopsies. And it was whilst I was nursing, I said, I can't do this anymore. I can't work under the medical system because it's not giving that holistic approach to people's health. So one day I just woke up and I said, you know what, I'm going to guinea pig with my girlfriends. And I said to them, let's go and have a coffee. And we sat down and I just blurted out straight away, I can see inside your body. You can imagine the reaction I got. But I did it. And from there, my journey took off. My journey took off for teaching about what the body says. And I've never looked back. So for the last 20 odd years, I've gone into medical intuition, taken it into accredited courses, globally recognised in 26 countries, taken it to university. That journey has been with me all my life, but it's in 20 years that I've done it as a career. The word medical means to make whole and complete. Intuition, spontaneous insight. So it's understanding your body speaks, and we want that big holistic approach to what's going on. Now this does differ to what other people call medical intuition. They might talk about auras and chakras, which I do sort of, but it's understanding you own this, your body, what's it saying, and integrating it with the health background, with Western medicine. And the idea is to have that integrative approach so that you can be happy and healthy. So the way that I work is I actually use my sight. Just like I might be looking at you with a red t-shirt, I can see everything inside your body. The cells, the DNA, the blood squirting, the bones, disease, the whole lot, right even inside the cells. So when I worked in pathology, I would marry up what I could see in the person and what I could see in the microscope, and it was identical. Now this does differ from other people because they might talk about more on the energetic level, such as an aura or a fading or a smell. Mine is very specific, and sometimes so much more specific than an X-ray, ultrasound, or even an MRI. And so that's where I have doctors and Western medicine actually refer to me so I can get right down to the core crunchy bit to find out exactly what's happening. So other people might talk about their guides them, their guide told them, or an angel told them. I don't get those messages. I can see guides and angels, but they're just having a chat. What I see is specifically right inside you, very, very detailed. Absolutely. It's all about understanding what your body's saying. So under medical intuition, it's actually called the Millennium modality. It's being able to see that bigger picture. And these courses have been accredited. You see, it was my 5-year-old dream when I immigrated from Kuwait to have a health system and an education system that would be integrated both for children and adults. And I wanted to see it in universities and hospitals, and that's exactly what I've done. So now courses are accredited. They're recognised in 26 countries globally, and I get to teach all around the world. And what happens in a workshop? Well, let's start at the beginning. You get to find out what the body's saying. There's 2 aspects to the body. Let's take the liver, for example. I like the liver. I think it's more important than the brain. It sits just underneath your right rib cage. It's the boss of organising, planning. It's all about feeling empowered, and it also stores anger. But then it also does that for all of your digestive tract. So as soon as you eat, that beautiful chocolate bar goes into your stomach, goes off to the liver, and the liver says, yes, magnesium go here, sugar go over there. So it's doing 2 aspects. So the idea is finding out what is your body saying, each organ and endocrine and body part. Find the story, because every person has a story with their dis-ease and disharmony. And that's not just about being sick. Medical intuition is understanding, what is sabotage? Why can't you get that partner? Why do you reject love? Why do you win money but blow it? Because the idea is to make whole and complete. So I thought we'd do really something yummy. I've just released my brand new medical intuitive cards. Nothing like that out there in the globe ever. Just gorgeous. So here are the cards. Now let's give them a shuffle and let's see what body bit is going to speak. I'm going to choose a random one. Here it is. You'll get to see it before me. And it's connective tissue. Connective tissue is all about the connection and integration and synthesis. So I might have asked the question of, I'm just not grasping what to do in my life. Everything doesn't make sense. And I pull that card. I would then read the medical intuitive book, but I wrote the book so I know what it says. So then the body is saying, you know what? Your connective tissue is not aligned to you synthesizing all life's processes so that you can be the best that you can be. And that's how we start teaching medical intuition, bit by bit. We can use the cards now, but in the courses, you get to learn each little bit. You get to process. Your body flourishes. And then we extend it to the chakras. Every single chakra has a body consciousness and dis-ease and disharmony. Now we're going to take it even more. Did you know on your eyes you have chakras? These are about expectation. So if your eyesight's poor, how high is your expectation? What about the ears? Ears are all about understanding in their consciousness, but as a chakra, it's all about tuning into the surrounds. So part of learning medical intuition is understanding what your body part's doing. It's there to empower you, not disempower you. And when there's a dis-ease, you know what happens? You just find out what your body's saying. So when I look inside the body, I actually see the seats of consciousness or soul evolution. What happens at certain ages and what is the patterning within us? You'll notice that you do things in patterns, whether it be at 12, 27 and 38, that you had the same pattern of something happening to you. And what happens is there's actually a 10-point Merkaba inside you that's rotating. And it keeps going around. It's a pyramid within a pyramid. This Merkaba allows you to change the outcomes, see the patterns, and to be able to create your new destiny and your heart's desires. So in the medical intuitive courses, you learn all about the 10-point Merkaba, which is the evolved state of consciousness. Now, how did I find out about this? I can remember it from past lives. I remember it from Atlantis and Lemuria and beyond. And I had to have it made because not a lot of people understand about the 10-point Merkaba. 10, get out of the monkey mind. And that's part of medical intuition as well, is not playing from that separate mind where you think you're different from me, or she's better than me, or I can't do it and they can. This, and medical intuition, is all about understanding anything is possible, reach your potentiality. So when you come on retreat with me, you imagine 8 days of discovering more about yourself, unpeeling all those illusions to come out just blossoming. We start very basically with the body. What's the body saying? Until we get to the chakras, minor chakras, we go into dimensions. And then right at the end, we go into telepathic and teleporting, because the body is not actually just here physically. The body's right out there and everywhere. And sometimes diseases aren't just here. They're out there and here and everywhere. And so the journey on that 8 days is allowing yourself to be totally open, to have an amazing experience where you just flourish. And I love watching people when they come in very quiet and reserved, and by the 8th day, they are shining their brilliance. And the results that they send to me are extraordinary. Jean, since doing the course, I've created a successful business. I'm earning lots of dollars. I've met my man. I'm traveling. All those limitations break away. Instead of holding them in our body with pain and discomfort, it's all about being free and accessing that potentiality. So the Millennium modality, medical intuition, is all about you shining your brilliance to create your heart's desires. It's not fixing anything, because there's nothing to fix. It's about releasing old patterns and limitations so that you know you're amazing. Access your wisdom. Know your body's speaking at any time. This is not about healing or coming to a healer. It's all about stepping up and knowing anything is possible, and that you can have your heart's desires. When we were born, we knew that we were here to shine our brilliance. Part of Millennium modality is about you remembering you're here to shine your brilliance. No matter what age you are, no matter what shape, colour, no matter what race you are, no matter what alien, angel, guide that you are, shining your brilliance means be you right here and now, no matter what it is. So I always see children do that so easily. Have you ever watched children play in a schoolyard? They're shining their brilliance, no limitations. It's about accessing potentiality. And that's what medical intuition is, complete and whole in love. So remember, shine your brilliance.
Thank you so much for sharing all that information with regards to medical intuition. It was amazing. I learnt so much, and I really related, especially when you were talking about how we can step into our wholeness and not see medical intuitive, or even the impulse to learn medical intuition, as something that we have to learn to fix us. I really resonated with that.
Awesome. One of the things I say in the Millennium modality, probably day 1 of the 8 days, is to cure is to alleviate immediate pain. So when I was nursing, you've got a sore leg, let's chop it off. And let's give you Panadol and you are cured. But there's still phantom pains. What's the story? And so Plato said the same thing. To heal means to make whole and complete. And part of medical intuition, or medical, is to make whole and complete. Why is there still that pain in that chopped off leg? What's going on?
There's a message behind it.
Yes.
Let's go and have a little look-see.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I love that, honey. And also, I'm really excited to learn a bit more about your medical intuition cards. And I'm just wondering if I can pull a card. Okay. we do it.
And these cards, there's nothing out there like that. They're the first medical intuitive cards out there in the globe. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Oh, launch.
Oh my God.
All right, so you've shuffled the cards.
I have.
Let's say you can do one or two things. You can actually focus on, something's not been working for me, or just body, tell me what's going on right now.
Okay, body, tell me what's going on right now.
Pick a card.
Okay, picking a card.
Picking a card. What did she get? We'll have a squizzy. Skin. And you know what I was just thinking? I wonder whether she'll get skin.
Really?
I love skin. The skin here, it's all about protection. If you look at our skin, it's holding all the anatomy and physiology inside, so it's about protection. But that doesn't really suit you because you know that there's nothing to protect yourself from. So skin could be appearance, but skin can also be about the way we breathe. Because breathing is not just through our lungs, but it's breathing in life. Mm-hmm. So sometimes the skin will come up if we're just not taking time, as I take a breath, to breathe in life and just have that whole integration, because skin is about integration as well. Just integrate everything that we're doing and processing. Can you relate to that one?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Letting things soak into your skin. Like, when you've got moisturizer and you're putting it on you to take care of yourself, you need to let you need to let it in. You need to let your body take time to let it in, which is really true because when you're a learner, which I am learning a lot at the moment, I'm taking a lot in and I'm absorbing a lot and I'm allowing myself, I'm actually even saying that, so putting, say, things together for 5D TV, I'm only giving myself so much to actually focus on that's new, and then I'll just build on that. That's so really honouring and respecting that process.
Skin. But let's just do one more.
Yeah.
What else does a skin require? So pick a card.
Yep. Okie what does it require?
So, and she got pelvis. So exactly what she was talking about. Pelvis is your foundations. So as Michelle is allowing things to integrate and process, it's setting that new foundation and identity of who you are. Yay!
That is true, because I do feel like the repetitive nature of what I'm doing, and I always have found that with learning, like with kids, repetition helps you to learn. And I'm really feeling that it is creating solid foundations of learning what I'm doing. So that makes a lot of sense to me. Brilliant. Snapsy on the brilliant. Yes. I love it. So, and also, I just wanted to mention too that you have some beautiful books.
Yes. One of the things that's dear to my heart is empowering children. So I've integrated medical intuition. And also my journey of what happened for me, because of my sight, being able to see inside the anatomy, and physiology inside people, my culture being Middle Eastern and Arabic, it was totally taboo. I was seen as evil. And the new generation of children, they need support. They are so connected to guides, angels, energies, all sorts of yummy things. They're a lot sicker than they should be. And so I decided I needed to write about the Millennium Children personalities. There's nothing really out there. So I ran away for a week and I wrote 2 books about them. One's the Millennium Children, the other one's empowering the Millennium Children, techniques to help them thrive. Because if people understand about the Millennium Children, their gifts, their challenges, they won't be sick, they won't be unhappy, they won't have depression, they won't be anxious, they won't be all those things.
And we won't be controlling, frustrated parents.
Yes, and especially the schooling system. A lot of it, I've had teachers already say these books should be in every school, every teacher should understand, because instead of pigeonholing that child as bad, naughty, ADD, Asperger's, autistic, whatever, oh my gosh, they've got gifts. And they've got challenges. So
And also I think that our challenge as Millennium parents is to actually see them as the gifts they are and learn how to unlock that gift so that we can actually help them shine their brilliance.
Absolutely.
And in the process, I believe that because we're doing that, we're more likely to be able to shine our brilliance because we're not bound up in the frustrations.
Could be, and it could be a lot of people that have read the books have said, oh my gosh, you wrote my story as well.
Wow, there you go. Isn't that great?
Oh, amazing.
I love that because as it all comes back down to relationships, doesn't it?
Yes.
And I mean, that's something that I'm very passionate about, is that we're always relating.
Yeah.
No, we're never not relating.
You
right?
cannot not relate.
I mean, we're relating to each other. Obviously, we're relating to you. We're relating to our bodies. We're relating to our children, and it's beyond words.
Yeah. What's that oneness?
It's
It's
oneness.
that complete whole again.
Yes.
If I understand and I go into full acceptance, there's no reason for segregation, separation, therefore no disease, disharmony.
Yeah, exactly. And then the more we own that, and also our little brood, you know, the more we're part of the solution, and we are encouraging the oneness and healing the global diseases that are happening.
Totally.
There's so much power in that, isn't there?
Well, is the globe separate, or am I the globe and the universe and the everything? Yes!
Exactly. It's just a matter of perspective
Yep.
and how you want to look at it, and it's just so integrated. It is. It's there is no disconnection, right?
Very.
So thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure.
It's
And
been
thank
a
you.
joy, an absolute joy. I hope we see more of Millennium Education and Millennium Children and everything on the channel, because I think it's absolutely fantastic.
Fantastic.
Lots of love.